Welcome, UCL fans, to our Week 3 preview for the United Championship League off-season Little Cup Tournament. I'm your host, Nintendo Fanatic 64, and we're here to take a look at the matches that will be taking place tomorrow, which is Saturday, January 30th. I'm sorry, I'm trying to mix up my days. So, if you do enjoy, please like, and also don't forget to subscribe for more UCL content, as well as other videos that I try to create on here. I also have a question of the day I'm going to try doing now. For this time, we're going to be doing who is your favorite Pokemon of the teams that we're going to be covering in this video. So we're going to go ahead and start by looking at the brackets. And in this video, we're going to be covering the Hoenn and Sinnoh divisions to take a look at the matchups that will be taking place. So, starting off, we're going to be covering the Pittsburgh Pichus as well as the Grand Canyon Greninjas. Now, offset team captains, essentially the same, two normal types on there. Looking at both teams, I would say, from the Pittsburgh Pichus, I can see potentially Surskit making an appearance, but hard to say. Maybe something that could set up sticky webs. Bring Time Run to bring out some hazards, because there's not a whole lot of hazard removal, and rocks would definitely be helpful, especially if Grand Canyon Greninjas decide to bring the like the Bergmite or anything like that. Although they do have a spinner in the form of Kabuto, but you have a spin blocker in the form of Ghastly as well. So, I foresee probably the Cottony making an appearance, Ghastly, Shinx, perhaps Mudkip, Munna, and I'd say maybe either Flabebe or Binacle from the Pittsburgh Pichu side. From Grand Canyon Greninjas, I guess he has a lot of different options for hazards, so maybe they won't bring it, but I can see Dwebble coming, because, of course, he could set up Stealth Rocks as well. Bergman's another good one that can help spin them away. Larvitar could also help set up rocks for things. A lot of ground typing here, or rock typing as well. Potential teams, I could see maybe Fletchling with the Gale Wings Fletchling coming in. I could see Dwebble coming in. Either Dwebble or Larvitar, one of those two ones. I don't foresee both of them necessarily coming. I see Pansage coming, probably Helioptile. Potentially Drowsy also making an appearance, because Drowsy can be pretty decent. So I'd say Fletchling, Dwebble, probably Pansage, Drowsy, Helioptile, and to finish it off, either maybe Bergmite or Kabuto. Predictions for win, I'm going to say we're probably going to have I'm going to go with the Pittsburgh Pichus. I mean, Coach of the Grand Canyon Greninjas, Twit, is not the best battler out there. And, of course, the Pittsburgh Pichus, they're more adept at Wi-Fi battles, so I could definitely see them coming into it or going out with a win for it. So, alright, up next, we're going to go ahead and take a look at probably one of the most anticipated battles coming into this season of the UCL, and that's going to be the New York Yankees versus the St. Louis Rampardos. Now, coach of the New York Yankees, Shady Penguin, has never beaten A-Drive, coach of the St. Louis Rampardos, in any league format. Not in the UCL, not in the GBA, nowhere. Hopefully, though, with the team that the New York Yankees have actually put together, has a good chance at winning. So, just looking at their team captains, obviously, Mankey has an advantage over Cranidos, being fighting versus rock. You have Magnemite that answers a lot of the, that will answer the rock typing of Cranidos. Snubbull probably won't be Brock, because there's not a whole lot of answers for it, and they have Grimer that would easily take out Snubbull, I believe. Axew, Dragon typing, definitely could help out with some things. But the Tentacool takes out the Cranidos, the Diglett. I believe Anorith is still weak to water types. Sandshrew, Nosepass. Just a lot of those will be hard to come out with anything. I think I messed up on something on this, but I'll look at it later. Scraggy, definitely helps out a lot too. Another fighting type that can help out. Wingle takes out a lot of his muds as well. Baltoy can help with setup on things. Skiddo's another grass types. I mean, there's a lot of water. There's like a lot of typings that would definitely be useful with them against the St. Louis Rampardos. I predict, teams to be brought. I predict Magnemite because he's been bringing it a lot lately, and it definitely will be doing good. I could see Tentacool coming as well as probably Skiddo. I'm trying to think. Let's see. Let's go Magnemite, Tentacool. Let's go Skiddo, Wingle, Scraggy, and Axew as the team that they brought. For St. Louis Rampardos, I mean, it's going to be hard to say. I don't foresee Cranidos making an appearance just because of all the types that could be in on it. Mienfu is almost a definite brought with. Same with the Grimer, just in case Snubble is brought. Shroomish is definitely a good answer. Yamask, I would say maybe Lotad. And then either Nose Pass. I'd say probably Nosepass or Diglett would be the final ones for it. So definitely going into their lower tiers to help succumb from all the disadvantages that they have from the New York Yankees. So moving on now into the Sinnoh division, we have the Long Island Reggie Rockies taking on the Durham Druddigons. So another interesting matchup when you look at the team captains alone. Obviously, the Long Island Reggie Rockies have an advantage with Hippopotas versus Blitzel, Ground versus Electric. Now, it's going to be really hard to say because the Durham Druddigons, coached by 6-foot Hacks, a.k.a. Leo, did really well in Season 1, but left due to personal reasons near the end of it. Had a chance at even making playoffs had he won all of his matches and other things would have taken into effect. So it's hard to say who would, come out of this on top. Potential teams, Durham Druddigons, I would say potentially the Blitzel. You also have... I could see Aeron coming, possibly Volibate. Ammonite, I would not be surprised to see coming. Pinecone, potentially. And I'd say for the final one, maybe Inkay. Just kind of help spread things out. Long Island Reggie Rockies. Started off strong with a win, but lost last week just because tried to do too much setup. If they want to have a chance at making playoffs, maybe do less setup and, more strategies that way with it. But that being said, still has a pretty decent team here with, you had Spritzy and Larvesta, you have Apom, Amora, Magby, and Clamperl, Clauncher, Piplup, Beldum, and Suwaddle. Now, it hasn't brought the Beldum once this season. Maybe could bring it this time, considering there's not a whole lot of fire presence or dark presence shown on the Durham Druddigan side, so that could be a potential. I could see Spritzy probably showing up again for it. Now. First two weeks he used the exact same team both times through, just changing up the movesets for it. So hopefully we'll see a little bit of a mix-up here going in it. I could see Spritzy. I could see probably Magby will be showing up for it. I could see either Clauncher, Piplup, or Clamperl. I don't foresee all three of them, maybe two of the three. Piplup more than likely, and hopefully see something like Clauncher. Suwaddle might do some decent work just because he has a lot of rocks and water types that can take advantage of the grass typing of Suwaddle. Potentially Hippopotas, but then again, with the Onyx, the Aeron, would not take any effect, and Ammonite as well. But I mean, it's really hard to say. As far as who's going to win, I predict Durham Druddigons just because they are taking this. I mean, as much as this is a non-serious format for them, and they're all just doing this to have fun, I would say the Durham Druddigons are going to be a little bit more serious about it than Long Island Reggie Rockies, who are here just to have fun, which there's nothing wrong with that. But, they didn't finish off last season, and I think they want to try and actually win for this offseason. So, final team we're going to be covering, we have the Philadelphia Feraligators and the Newcastle Nido Kings. Now, this is going to be a tough one to call because of all the teams of Philadelphia for Alligators have to face, the Newcastle Nido Kings are definitely one of the toughest ones, considering now all the water types that Philadelphia has, and Swimmer PK, or Fisherman PK, has a lot to go, there's a lot of answers to it. Pharaoh Seed covers almost all the Pokemon on his team covers the Drillbur, it covers the Remoraid, the Goldeen, the Frillish, the Finneon, the Gible to a little bit of an extent, and the Magikarp. You have Chikorita covers all of those. Badoo, Cubone, you know, all those really have like great answers to a lot of the teams. Chinchou covers almost the entire team with the exception of Lickitung, because the water typings cover the Houndour, the Drillbur, the Gible. I mean, it's neutral to Gible, but it can still do it, and the Litleo. And then the electric typings cover the Remoraid, the Goldeen, the Frillish, the Finneon, the Magikarp, and the Totodile. I mean, the only thing it's not covering is the Lickitung, so I definitely foresee Chinchou coming into this match. I can also see Badoo, potentially Cubone, just so that way, extra ground typing for their fire types that are brought. Natu, just to give them some extra coverage. Gumi, because there's no, as far as I can see, there's no actual fairy types that can, none of those Pokemon learn fairy type moves unless Lickitung does. I'm not too sure. I can see Pharaoh Seed also coming just because it will give them a lot of the thing for that. And then probably Glameow, just to kind of round it out. So, I mean, Chinchou definitely covers almost the entire team. So, I mean, you can expect Chinchou for sure. As far as the victors go, I got to give the edge to the Newcastle Nido Kings just because they have a lot of typings that will help them out in the long run for it. So that's going to cover it for our first preview of Week 3. Like I said, let me know in the comment section who your favorite Pokemon of the 8 teams that we covered in this video, and then I'll have another video up very shortly covering the other half of the brackets as well. So thank you all very much for watching. Take care and good night.